Hi there and welcome to my channel. This is Kate from Australia in the Journal Nest, a happy, happy place. Welcome. I hope you are well and thank you for joining me. I'm beyond excited because it's time to get into some sew stitching as part of Roxy Creations Journal of Stitchery Volume 5. Okay, I got that out, and as I said, happy place for me, and I am beyond delighted to be here. So today we're going to pick up where I left off sharing with you my covered box. We worked last time on getting some colour into the back. I'll tell you what I've done since then. So I've got that to work on. I have my nests of things that I need. Coloured stitches, of course, embroidery, you know what I mean. I've gathered some fabrics together because, here we go, starting off with a tangle. I always like to have these beside me, and I did come across a first for me, a piece of coloured crochet that might go with our happy, joyful colours in this project. So I'll keep that beside me. I have also, because I committed to sharing with you last time, I said that this would encourage me to keep on going with all my projects. So I have my horsewhip, which I'll be using today, and a quick glimpse of that if I haven't tangled myself up, which I have. Well, that's a really good start. I've been using it so much. Okay, so this was ongoing projects. I'm a multiple projector, if there's such a word. What have I done since last time? I love just picking this piece up even at night time when I don't know what I'm doing. I like to start every session with some stitching. I've embellished the crochet because I'm trying to get this more creamy rather than white. Some more little hidden canther under there. This is holding my threads. And a little bit of crazy stitching there. I've worked out that I can do that. I like this folding idea to stop things falling out. So that goes tucked up there, the cushion down, need a book, and then a roll. Okay, so that's progress, not perfection, but it's going to be over there beside me as I make. I've also been blessed to receive some encouragement about these ongoing projects here that I don't know the purpose of yet, but I am thinking that if I get this box done, I might even start a second box, somehow rectangular, with that as the top. Sarah's doing a box with cardboard in it, so I'm thinking, I don't know, not sure, would that be a waste maybe to cover? Who knows? So those two pieces are on the go, and as I have shared, I love to start any slow stitching day session with some canther. So we'll see if we get to that today or whether I go straight on to the box. We'll just see. I'm going to slow down because that's what happens. I get so excited that I feel I'm talking too fast. We want to be relaxed. Okay, since last time, I have stuck down my piece to the top and round the back, embellished. I might have already told you that. And so today's focus is going to be on the inside. I've been gathering some bits and pieces. I'm wanting to use very much in this box things that I got from the sewing basket. So that's secondhand embroidery, a little bit of scrap, a doily that I'm using on another project, these little tiny flowers. I'm thinking about smaller pieces for the bottom, and also, again, I'll just hope you can see this, about some sort of edging that will end up maybe going that way. That might be too frilly for me, who knows. I have done one of my challenges that needs to be resolved. I've done some wonky stitches around here, but already still too much green showing for me, and not as problematic on the bottom because I did a blanket in pink, and that seemed to cover the green, but this is a problem. When I bought this basket box, it did have, and I think I showed you last time how excited I was about that, but in the meantime I've taken it off because I feel that it would be easier to cover. This is an unusual shape. I had thought that I was going to leave it bare, but I do think it needs something in the bottom because the whole thing is going to be a treasure box. And my idea, I don't know whether I shared this, some sort of button or pom-pommy sort of thing here, not sure, that I can enjoy opening. So back to Kate when she stitches, and I'm going to say that this still is working on the prompt, because in order to feel creative, I do like the idea that a slow running stitch or cantha can really stimulate the thoughts. Well, it does for me. When I journal, I make strips out of paper on the machine, and just that conscious, intentional act makes the ideas come forth. So that's what I'm going to just have to check that I'm still in the middle. Yep, I am. I'll put that up there for the moment. Bring you up a little bit closer. So this is patchworks of all different, oh, I just unthreaded my needle. That's excitement. Patchworks of old doilies, bits of fabric, applique, and I don't design first. I just start somewhere and then, okay, so first thing is I've got a little space here, and where's that little tiny, where are all my bits? Here. So already I've changed my mind, because I'm thinking I could just canter that, but I actually would like a little bit of joy in the corner. Can't get my nest organized. So how are you today? I've had some challenges getting to this session because it's Sunday morning in Australia, and that is a traditional, oh, I'm cutting on the wrong side, this will be easier, traditional mow the lawn time. So very rightly so, my neighbour started to mow just as I was about to film. So I filled in some time. And he stopped, and I thought that was time to start, but then his little doggy started yapping, and that was because my neighbour had gone to the front yard to start. Okay, so this is, I'm going to see if I can do two things at once. So thinking that this will end up being a box or something in the vein of the prompts anyway. And I'm going to do my running stitch, but be productive as well and applique this down. Wonder how your projects are going. Hoping that you're relaxed and stitching with me. And if you're not stitching, whatever you're doing that's bringing you some pleasure. I know that in the Northern Hemisphere it's getting springtime, so maybe you can look at my flowers and relate to what's happening in your garden. I mean, my flowers on here. Oops, threads everywhere. Part of the naive. I'm going to call it Kate's naive, really, because I'm going to a stitching course. Sorry, I better finish my sentence. Kate's naive because she's really making this up as I go, because I don't know the names of the stitches anymore other than when I was at school, and I need to refresh my knowledge. I've purchased Sue Spargo's sewing book. I've been recommended that, and I'm using these pieces, and in fact everything I do, as a sampler in many ways. Just love those lovely little yellow flowers there, and this pink variegated thread. I'm actually going to suggest that one of my favorite things already in this journey is using a thread that's got multicolors in it, because the most wonderful things end up happening. And especially with a piece of multicolored embroidery like this. This thread sort of looks pink, but it's got yellow and orange in it too. So getting the speed up, my heart rate is going down, I can just feel it. I'm hoping I'm not raving on too much. How blessed are we that we can gather together. Thank you to my new subscribers. I'm growing my channel due to encouragement, really, just kindness and people saying you should share. And I have got back so much already from this community. So thank you so much. And when I wake up or check my computer in the daytime if I have time, to see comments and such kindness is such a reward. Okay, I'm going to just do a little funny thing here. I've just come up in the middle of that flower and I should do a knot, but I'm scared. Okay, but I am going to share. This week I tried to teach myself the colonial knot, and this is my revision with you because we're all learning together, and I might be doing this wrong, but you loop it round. This is not a tutorial, this is a happy accident if it works. It did. So that little knotty thing. Oh, now because I'm excited, I might go down to another flower. Can you see that? I thought I'd just bring it up. There. Let's go here. So all the time that I've been sewing here, I've been thinking about, okay, so I still have to deliberately go through the loop. I have to loop it because it's not natural yet. That's why I have to practice. So that way, Sue's got pictures in her book. Look how messy that is, but let's cross our fingers. If I make a mistake, it comes out just as a stitch. I think that's what's going to come. Yeah. Oh no, no it didn't. Oh, that's crazy. I'm going to stop demonstrating that because I could lead you astray because I don't know. But I would like to share my course with you, what I learned from the course. Okay, that didn't work. So you have to loop it. Got the picture in my head. I have to go under here. Yeah, no, around this way. Yeah, and then round that way. That's it. But go through. This is really using up all the thread. Knotted its way going down. I'm showing you all the things that happen to me when I sew, and hopefully that encourages you to share what you do. I've got a knot under here. There we are. Put it back in position. We'll be right. Yep. And that's a nice big one. Okay. Let's stop that for the moment. In fact, I will. There's a knot there, so I'll take that. All right. So back to this box, multi-projects. This is an unusual shape. So I'm going to show you where I've got to. I have I cut the wool. So I back with this Finny's blanket that I've shared with you before. And I don't mind that the edges are messy because it's going to be glued down there. So I've gone round. I actually started sharing this with you and my phone ran out of storage and stopped. So I've made some headway on this. Lots of little bits of applique on there, and then in the bottom I'm trying to work on a piece of fabric, and this will come up because it might be a bit dark, and it's too white, but I do like this, so I'm not sure how to resolve that yet. The other thing that needs resolution is I do like the idea, and I showed you a different one I think before, of some sort of I'm not a really, this sounds crazy, I'm not a really lacy person. I love lace and I use it, but I don't like it to look, yeah. So that's probably what I could live with there. Now, do I sew that over the top, or do I put it underneath? Actually, that might solve that. I won't do that yet, but if I stitch that and then glue, look, I can probably live with that little tiny bit of green, or stitch again, we will see. Okay, so my mind is just still thinking on that. This piece is going along. I need to share that I don't like this particular green on here, and that is worrying me. Not worrying me, but I've got to work at covering that up. And this is where I just love gathering my bits and pieces, because that's just come into view. That's already cut, so that's perfect. I'm just pausing because I'm so happy. so happy to have the time to do this and to share it. I've also been thinking about what I'm actually doing when I don't really know exactly what I'm doing, but I suppose I'm ending up making flower gardens, and without consciously thinking about it much before, I'm thinking that I'm ending up putting flower upon flower leading to flower. And I've just realised I must have stitched, so I never throw anything out. That was something that failed, or not failed, was not meant to be wherever it was. I know it's on my other project, my bag. So this isn't hand done, but I found this in a shop, an op shop, of course, in Canberra, and the pink was just so beautiful that I thought, use it. It's really fine. Doesn't matter which side. So always I go back to this because my idea is I want this to be a feast when you open it up. Flower leading to flower. It's not really solving my green problem. Now let's go where I originally thought. Okay, so cotton, it's actually wool. Stick the needle through. So wondering how your project is going, if you're doing this prompt. I know some have already finished their boxes. I'm seeing amazing things. I know Chrissy's finished hers, and before I started stitching this morning, I've had a look at some others going on, and I was again being really thankful of the beauty of this way of sharing with each other, because it is truly incredible, the one prompt, and how we all come out with such different things. Love these colours. My mum is now so excited because she just loves pink, and I have not been a pink person, and she said, well, pink just brings joy, and I'm finding hand stitching with pink is just a beautiful, joyous thing. So I've just done roughly around there. I wouldn't mind just showing these petals a bit more, and I'm not going to do anything fancy. My tail is too long, obviously, that's why it's getting caught. Oh, bit of a knot. Just do another quick row. Oh gosh, sorry. This slows it down. Oh. I've been really learning so much, and as I said, when I wake up and read your comments and hear about your stitching and how many of you have been watching Rachel and Sarah for many years, it's just so life has changed as part of this. Okay, so I've just done really wild stitches over those petals leaves, and we're going to come up here, and I feel like doing just an easy daisy. Bit of old thread. The birds are actually singing outside my window and the sun has come out, so sorry, I just got lost in the moment of breathing and being grateful. How many petals have I got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, one more. 5. Okay, now that can hardly be seen, I'm sure, by you, but for me it gives joy. I don't know about that big red bit there. Will I go over the top of it? Not sure. Not sure. So this is one of those moments where I need to pause and think, what am I doing next? And I just realized that I have some opportunity here, because I was doing some stitches up there, but I haven't done any on this side. So let's zoom over to this side. And to say also how lovely it has been, because I've been encouraged by the slow stitching community since I published some of my stitching and crochet, that it's been so lovely to find out that many of us do multiple things, and that it's just such an amazing opportunity. So I suppose what I was just trying to say then is I love, now that I'm back, that I can just, you know, my eyes are going over here and thinking, oh, I want to get and do some blues there. And so I'm surrounding myself by projects that don't take up, you know, it's got slow stitching, but it actually is a really fast way to do things. So enjoying the curve here. I'm going to embellish that. This is I don't know whether I've told you that. I bought I was so lucky, a tablecloth, and it's got lots of water lilies in purple, pink and green. I don't like the green ones, just not my colour, but the pink ones I think you can see already in about 3 of my pieces of work, and there's still so many that I have left, which is joy. Okay, I've just been up the side, coming down here. Never like to stop before my thread's gone. So really, I think in terms of finishing this little box, I think we've only got 1 week, or we might have more, but I am going away the week after next, heading to the beautiful USA. So I'm going to try and get this finished by next time I film. So that I can sign off and say, okay, so I don't like that little bit of extra wool coming out there. I'm not a good cutter. That's why I much love tearing things. Okay, how's that looking? Doo-doo. Surprise! I think that's getting there. So I might do some blue. I want to do some of these swirly things, but let's just let that sit for a minute and let's think about the bottom, which might be in it. No. So as I've shared, this is it's an odd shape, but I want to have that joy of opening it up. And then of course, you know what this is going to lead to. It's going to tell me that I have to line the middle as well. So let's just dive into the nest and think together. Look, there's the sewing basket, $2. I think if you haven't seen this, I think I've used it on the journal pouch before. This is exquisite lace and so many leaves of it. Okay, so let's just cut one of these little bits. So if you're a slow stitcher and they found me via here, I also journal. I called them junk journals, but some are saying they're more art journals, but I make pouches for my journals and I use the same technique, but I usually use neutrals. Well, in fact, I do for my pouches, unless they're a gift for a particular person who I know has a favorite color. And so that is my turn to ask you, what do you like using? Have you got particular colors? Are you a cross stitcher? Love to learn. Okay, so that little bit of lace I'm going to droop over there. Here's this bigger bit of lace that I auditioned. So I'm after more neutrals to add on. A bit of stitch there, and I did say I've come across this. Little bits of embroidery buried down. There's a little bit of blue. Oh, another little blue. Okay, so let's put these with that and see what comes out, knowing that the top, as I look at that, is pretty pink. So I'm trying to match and correspond, but I've done more of the blues, which means I didn't need to do blues up there. Note to self. And maybe it's the yellow that will anchor it. Maybe I need pink down here. Do you know, you do know, but I'm not going to unstitch that. I had a random thought then. Just going to get this little tiny flower. And I need, I think it's yellow that's missing. I wonder if I had more of those little, I think I do, but I don't have them down here. But there's some yellow thread. I don't want to put more green on. Pink. So we're making our own new fabric out of remnants. And okay, now I may be repeating myself, so if I am, I just want to say that when I cut, I do it with love and respect, and know that I'm giving this piece, this treasure, new life and a longer time to be treasured. So in my garden, that might be heading in the right direction. Silly that I have to put it in the box all the time. But that bit of yellow, or does the yellow need to come on this side? Sunshine. I think on this side. And what about the length? Okay. Making fabric out of scraps. That's what we're calling this. Okay. That's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to sew in sunny yellow, which I don't often do. Now my battery is telling me that it's getting low, so if I disappear I'm having such challenges with my iPhone storage and then now battery. So if I don't say goodbye or thank you and it just suddenly plops out, that's what's happening. Okay, so let's do this roughly. Actually, let's have do I need to waste that little bit? Maybe I've got some cream. Hope this is okay for you to be watching with me. I'm just truly now in the flow. That's why I'm not talking as much, because I'm just thinking about how I can, there we are, get that onto there, and then even, can we go under and over? Yep. And then there's a little bit under there. So I'm going to start here, which might seem crazy. I'll come up from the bottom. And this beautiful little tiny daisy. It was sewn with such care. I'm in awe of people who can do little tiny work so neatly. I will get there, maybe after my sewing course. Okay, and then I'm going to come up here to anchor the yellow. I mean, what if I I could end up crocheting up the sides. That would be wild. Okay, liking that. And I'll just anchor this a little bit more. Then I'm thinking we might do some yellow stitching or yellow flowers in here to link. Birds are singing. How am I going to get through? I'll just go around again this little flower because I forgot I have to stitch down the other side. A few funny layers to go through there. Just it won't show, so I'm just doing don't know what that's called, but going in and out over that crochet. That feels good. Okay. It's looking happier, so I need to work quickly, and let's see if we can get some pink on here, but I'll do some yellow flowers while I'm in the mood and have the yellow on here. In fact, I'll go this way. Oh. Big stitch under. And you know what, I think I need more pink. So I might stop the yellow. Okay, that's wildly naive, Kate, in that it's all wonky and all over the place. But see, now I want to stop and move on, but now I can't help myself. I'm thinking I need to just go along here to unite the two sides. Be true to what I say when I don't like not using all the thread up. Through here. Of course, this will have to be glued down to the base. Oh, I know why it feels a bit different. Haven't got the backing on this piece. That's why it's a little bit different. But I think that's right because I don't want to fill up the space too much. All right, pink. think this is the only, actually, sorry, I just found that I do have this original piece. See, it's someone's machine, I think that's machine embroidery. Is there a shape like that I could get to? It's a beautiful flower. See how that, sorry, I shouldn't say see, I'm just going to say that gives me joy to have these colours. And I'm already feeling better. So let's do it this way. So that's the top, this is the balance. I have to have pink over here, but I'm going to stitch that, and then I'm going to put that there. Maybe it looks a bit like a starfish, but it could be the garden. And let's get on with some pink fuzzy wuzzies. So I'm going to, that's what I'm picturing in my head. Oh my goodness, please. Please, please, please. Oh, here we are. Oh, and I've got that little piece too. Let's just take that green off. And see if I can fit that in somewhere like that. Yep. Did I end up cutting my cotton? Oh. Sorry, that was me totally missing the hole on the threader. Okay, so I'm going to stitch this as if it's a flower over that leaf with love. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm just really realizing how much I'm missing the wool backing. That's why it feels so different. Really is a different experience. So we're just going to put this on. And I'm not going to finish it completely. Oh gosh, that's tough. Try again without getting a stitch. That might be easier. And I'm going to come up over here. Corners everywhere. I mean layers everywhere. So I'm setting out to do some of these. And we'll see how far we go. So I have my dear friend's words or her demonstration. as I do this. And that's what I love, this passing on of understanding. I'll have to show you again because some of you are new. I was at the green door and a beautiful person was doing these roses, and I didn't know what they were, and she did this one, and I treasured that so much that I bought the piece of material home, put it on a heart, and that will always be part of my story. Bless you. And now I'm slowly working out my own way of doing them. I mean, it's her way, but you have to get things under your fingers, don't you? Until they feel like they're more natural. And I'm still very new at this stitch, but I love it. And I'm doing it in threes and makes me happy. Okay, so that's the pattern. The 5 spokes, if you're like me and just starting out. And my favorite part is under and over, over and under. And see, look at the variegation in this. Is coming out this palest pink. Then I always get mixed up, over and under, over and under. Okay, so that's one. I could do it bigger just for the fun of it. One more round. Yep, go over there. Then we'll do another one up here. And then we'll see. It'll probably be time for me to actually go and do something more domestic. But I will be inspired because I've been here with my friends, and know that you will similarly be enjoying your creatives, hopefully, when you watch this. There we are. There's a bit together, but that's all right. Okay, that's an under and over. Let's get my spokes right. That's an under, over, under. Making this one a little bit bigger. Over. And look, I sometimes forget where I'm up to. And again, I find that a bit of fun because they come out beautiful no matter whether the technique is perfect or not. All right. So there we are. I said I wanted to do 3. Let's go up here. And then I think we'll finish off. I might make it without the battery running out. Okay, here we go. It's a bigger one. Okay. And because of the variegation, look how that all they all just as subtly different but go together. Love it. So much fun going round and round. It's the simple things. Hope I'm not making you dizzy though. There we are. One more over there. One more under. See, can't stop. It's addictive. Slow stitching. But I can tell you, I feel so much calmer and so peaceful inside because of this session. Oops, let's not look at the back. That's loose threads from everywhere. Will be fixed. All right, what do you think? I'm feeling that that's a little bit more cohesive. Yellow, yellow. That was the warning sign that my battery is going, so I hope if I lapsed, that was what was happening. All right, let's finish up. What have we done? We are continuing to have joy, and the joyfulness is really what this is about. Covered box project. We've got to this point on the lid. That's going to be the challenge. We've got to this point. I'm going to work out how to fit that all in. It will work. Then I'll have to go to the sides, but that is fun. And oh, I haven't even thought about my lace. Droop that over. And what was the other thing? Oh, I know, the lost it again. This. I wouldn't mind embroidering in there as well. But there you are. Too many ideas, Kate. So let's wind up our horsewhip. Let's lay it all down together, and I'm just going to say thank you so much for being with me. It's been a long one probably, but that's because I just got in the flow with you and could not stop stitching. Maybe that's another one. Okay, can't stop. Thank you so much. I wish you a wonderful time ahead, and until next time, this is Kate in the Journal Nest saying bye. Thank you so much. Bye now.